No, no is the quite easy answer. So
Sweet lemons.
And what in with like CBD as well, because that's something that's sold at like wellness places for treating X, Y, and Z. People vape it now. Is like, what is there anything to that as a wellness thing?
So no is the quite easy answer. So so CBD that you find like in a health food shop or like in food and drink, they've kind of like gone through like a bit of a difficult time in terms of like their governance. There was some studies showing that essentially in like 2019, 2020, if you went to somewhere and you bought something off the shelf, you likely wouldn't be getting what it says it has on there. And some of them even contained higher than legislated amounts of THC. So like potential for, you know, potentially intoxication, but probably more likely, you know, if you were to, God forbid, be in a car accident, someone tested your blood levels, you might come up above the limit, but you're not prescribed it, so you've got no statutory defence, you know, things like that. So
yeah, of course, yeah.
So there's been a big crackdown, and so they're now governed by novel food regulations. And so that has helped in order to be able to improve the consistency of them, but it's still not manufactured to a pharmaceutical standard. So nobody has ever looked at taking, you know, this product which can have a much broader spectrum of CBD in it compared to, you know, a pharmaceutical grade CBD product. So so nobody has looked at these CBD wellness oils where you can't really say with as much certainty what is in them as something that's produced to a pharmaceutical level within the context of any clinical study. And so like the benefits that these companies claim are off the back of either medical studies or preclinical studies, but no one's looked at, you know, if you have X amount of CBD plus or minus whatever large range that they're allowed to have in there.
Yeah, I see.
Like what is the end clinical effect? But actually it's kind of gone even a step further. So recently the Food Standards Agency has reduced the amount of CBD that can be contained within these products to a maximum dose of 10 milligrams.
Okay.
And 10 milligrams is tiny.
Is it?
Like, yeah, it's not going to really, it's like, there's no studies that have looked at sort of a minimum of 10 milligrams.
Really? What's the like normal dosage?
Much higher. Like it all depends. Like some people might have, like in terms of the context of medical cannabis, some people might have no CBD, but obviously they'll have THC as part of their treatment. But if you're looking at studies of epilepsy, for example, where we have like, that probably has the most randomized controlled trial data on isolated CBD, you're talking somewhere in the region of 10 to 20 milligrams per kilogram.
Oh wow!
Per day.
Okay.
So
fine.
You know, medical school average 70 kilogram male is, you know, it's 140 milligrams. Yeah, you're kind of looking at, give or take. So yeah, I don't think anyone you'd find many doctors advocating for its for sort of high street CBD oils or anything like that anytime soon.
Oh wow, because I've noticed it's become like a real thing. Like there's drinks with it in. There's like loads of like gummy things you can buy.
Yeah, and I think it's really difficult for consumers to kind of make that distinction. I think there's a lot of erroneous reporting that we see around, like even like what we do in terms of medical cannabis. People might report that as CBD oil, and so it's really difficult if you're just a lay consumer, you have maybe a passing interest in science, to really, you know, I don't think many doctors click on a BBC News article and then go to the primary study. And
no, true. Yeah.
And so if it's being presented to you as like, the scientists from Harvard did this study using CBD oil, and then you just be like, oh, CBD oil.
Yeah.
But actually, it's not CBD oil. They've taken like a pharmaceutical grade medical cannabis product.
Yeah.
So it's you know, I empathize with consumers. It's really difficult to navigate that stuff. But yeah, no, I certainly won't be advocating for
CBD.
a CBD cappuccino anytime
Yeah,
soon.
I've actually seen that before. That's like a big thing, especially in the States as well. Like people tend to love that for some reason. The mixture of coffee and CBD, it seems like you have the energy of coffee and then the calming after effects of CBD. Yeah, like there was a place in Bristol where I went to med school that like their whole gimmick was they put CBD into their drinks, but no, they went like bankrupt, I think, because no one really wanted it because it didn't taste very nice. But yeah, so